the thing about exploring Singapore as a tour. Okay, repeat. I overestimated my abilities to walk and talk.
One eternity later.
Okay! Haha. Restart. Hi everyone! We'll be covering a couple of stories in Changi Precinct, and so today I'm headed down to Pulau Ubin. I've always enjoyed going down to Pulau Ubin since I was little, and so today I'll be exploring the island on a bike. I'll also be revisiting some of the stories that we've previously covered, so hopefully we'll get to see some familiar faces. Okay, now let's go! The first person I look for whenever I come back to the island is Uncle Satay, the crab hunter.
从小我就在红树林里面玩耍，跟着一个印度大兄看他做，然后就慢慢自己勾跟自己学，慢慢学的。如果有螃蟹，一搅，如果有螃蟹，它就来咬你的钩了，你就会听到那个声音，啊，那个里面就有螃蟹了。如果没有螃蟹，你只是撞到那个泥土而没有感觉的，听到？ 见掉了，走过头了。过了这边就是红树林了。这个是一个兴趣，从小就喜欢了。起初做小孩子的时候，偷到一只螃蟹出来，整只螃蟹圆，连那个钳子都不见掉。所以说勾螃蟹也是很刺激的。 2004年了，我进来捡榴莲了，吃榴莲了。那时候我妹妹有假，做了我就出去做外面做工，做了哇，那个病情又发作了，那个又紧张了。因为我本身有一点精神紧张，啊，所以说在这种地方没有这样紧张，对我的病情会比较好一点，啊。 起初我进来是做螃蟹，那时候螃蟹没有什么人跟我们抢，那个螃蟹我们就做得多。现在做的人多，他们大小通吃。我跟那个安哥做的，我们有一个 standard， 最少400-500克我们才有做的，没有肉的我们还是放回去。那个螃蟹还来不及长大你就做了，后面你也做有吗？你怕它跑掉吗？是你的就是你的，不是你的就不是你的。
Okay, so now I'm gonna go find Uncle Satay at his house. Let's hope I got the right house. Hello! 好久不见。
你们的咖啡好了。
自从我们拍那个 video 的时候，我跟你去抓那个 crab，then 你怎样了 ？OK 吗
？OK 啦。 10个月跟让2个月，我们会比较辛苦一点。政府有补助一点，我们才过得去，不然真的假了，真的不知道怎样过日子。
你的狗跟你几年了？
这2只是还不到2年呐。
叫什么名字？
一只弟弟，一只妹妹。我们在这边，我们回到家，我们看到我们的狗啊。
很像陪伴你这样啦。
对，就是我的代理臂肉啊，来到这边它是很给你 relax 的 ，no stress， 没有那个压力。因为以前我有得过一个病，就是精神紧张，是 doctor 也是建议我来这种地方住会比较 relax。结果我的病好很多了。
OK， 阿哥 ，Thank you， 谢谢你带我出来陪我聊天。OK， 拜拜。Okay, so now I'm feeling a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna find myself a little spot and cook an outdoor meal. I'm gonna be cooking lontong, which is my first time, and it's also like my first time cooking an outdoor meal. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. So while I cook, let's look back on a story about simple kampung food in Pulau Ubin. Mela Cafe is Pulau Ubin's only halal food store. If you're guessing what Mela Cafe's most popular dish is, it's lontong.
My shop name, Mela Cafe. Open on Saturday, Sunday, public holidays. I don't know why, when I cook mee rebus, mee siam, lontong, they will say what, why your mee rebus, lontong, mee siam taste like kampung style, say like that. What is kampung style? I also don't know. I cook is normal, what is like that? Same like Singapore also. Our customer normal Ubin pupils will come. When my mother and father selling there, he want to eat my parent mee siam. Where you come from? I ask. From KL want to eat your mee siam lah. Say like that. You come from KL and then you don't know when my shop close how. Last time when my parent is very good business. Night quite slow. Sunday very quiet, nobody. You see? Only 5 items I can sell. I tried to cook other things, but I cannot. I alone. That 5 items also early in the morning I have to rush to do. You tired? Yeah, tired. Do work alone is very tired,
Okay, so now we're gonna eat the lontong. And look! It's boiling! So proud of myself. It's damn good. But honestly, I'll just go to Mela's Cafe, which is like better. Like, why bother to do this to yourself? The next place we're going to visit is our friend Juan's home, or at least the remains of a home, if we can find it.
Growing up, I always hear what my mom has to share about the simple life in the kampung, and she even has some photos taken to capture those memories, but I've never seen the house itself. So one day I decided to go down to Pulau Ubin to find the house itself. I really didn't know where my house was. It was a task that I might have been a little too unprepared. When you go inside the forest, all the trees look the same, all the grass looks the same. We got wild boars, monkeys, snakes, so that's really in my mind the whole time. I remember my mom telling me that Pak Ahmad used to be a neighbour of my late grandparents. If anyone on the island knew about my grandparents' house, it had to be Pak Ahmad. I just showed him a picture of the house and I was like, oh, I know the place. It's all the way there behind the woods. You need to turn here, turn there. Then all of a sudden, Pak Ahmad took out his motorbike. Then he was like, Wan, jom. He went all the way down to the location. The path to the grandparents' house was there. For residents here, trees are the ways for you to know where you're going. The most important tree that was there was the pokok gawa. In order for me to find the house, I found that tree and that's where it is. Hi, and welcome to my Kampung crib. Let me show you around. So this exact spot I'm standing in is the prayer room. So this is where the family will gather for prayers. And if you want to know, the direction to Mecca is this way. So everyone will be praying in this direction. This is a part of the house that I now hold in my hand. This is the exact same shade and hue of blue. The well here, the water is still full, but it is not safe for consumption. At least the mosquitoes are using it for their own personal gains. Hey, don't say such things inside the woods, okay? We're not lost. There's a map. There's a map, okay? It's in my mind. It's not really just about the structure. It's about home. It's about the community itself. And I feel that if you are able to get all the former residents of Pulau Ubin to come in together and have this ambition to rebuild their homes, relive their memories, then we don't need to ponder about the past when you can live about it in the present.
So, I didn't manage to find Juan's home. I guess my tree identification skills are just not good enough. So before we leave Ubin, there's one last place I want to go. I'll be walking up Puaka Hill to look at what view the highest point on Pulau Ubin has to offer. I guess one thing about Pulau Ubin I didn't realize is that Pulau Ubin is not just a tourist destination. People live here, people grow up here, and sometimes you think there's only one kind of life that we can lead. But in actual fact, it's not true lah. Yeah, if you really want to lead a kampung life, there are options out there. Maybe not on Pulau Ubin, but somewhere else. Maybe you can find a spot that you can tell me. Singapore is very small, right? But I mean maybe it's the work of OGS also. It helped me to see Singapore in a different light. Actually, every country has its own charm, and perhaps for Singapore, the charm is in exploring these spots in the country. And with that, we've arrived at the top of the mountain. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, do keep a lookout for our upcoming videos on Changi Precinct. And do remember to like, share and subscribe. Haha, bye!